Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
And hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. Rory McIlroy is trying to jumpstart his 2021 at a place that he loves, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and another good start for McIlroy, who won here in 2018 with a Sunday 64. He had a run of 5 consecutive birdies, and he ends up with 31 coming home, 6 under par to share the lead. McIlroy after his round with Steve Burkowski.
Rory, quick start out of the gates for you today. How would you break down your Thursday performance?
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't like that quick. Obviously, in total, the 66 is a great way to start the tournament, but the first few holes were a little slow going, and I made a really good birdie on 14, and that sort of got me, got the run going. The 2-2s on the back nine were great. Coming off last week where I really struggled on the par threes. And today I played them in 3 under par, so quite a turnaround. But yeah, I played well after that and hit some really good shots, some good drives. I saw a lot of really positive signs out there today, which is really encouraging. What sense did you have that 66 was out there from what you saw earlier in this week, and a chilly start and breezy morning as well? Yeah, I mean, breezy. The greens are still pretty receptive, so if you hit it on the fairway, if you've got some birdie chances coming your way. I played the 2 par 5s well on the front side, so 2 easy birdies there. But yeah, I mean, I expect tomorrow afternoon, I don't know if there's going to be quite as much breeze, but the golf course will get a little firmer, so I don't think it'll be quite like how it was here last year when it played really tough, but this course always provides a really good test. 4 top 6 finishes in your last 4 starts here, including a win in 2018. Why do you seemingly play so well at this venue? I feel like you don't have to do anything special to shoot a good score here. You can be really conservative off the tees if you want to be. There's a bunch of irons that you can hit off tees. Take care of the par 5s. I think the toughest thing about this course is the par 3s, and I played them at 3 under today, so that was a bonus. But I've watched Tiger enough here over the years, and the way he played this course was, he played it very conservatively. He took care of the par 5s, and that was usually good enough to get the job done. So sort of take a little bit of a leaf out of his book.
All right, McIlroy's 7th round of 66 or lower here at Bay Hill, and the only player the last 30 years with more, the guy that he just mentioned, Tiger Woods, with 11. And this is going back to 2017, just to underscore how much McIlroy loves it here at the house that Arnie built. How much pride he took in slipping on that red cardigan sweater that Arnie wore so proudly, stylishly through the years. That's when Rory won, and that goes to the winner of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And now to Bryson DeChambeau, who's just 1 shot back. A lot of talk. Bryson might try to drive it over the lake and try to drive the green at the par 5-6. He only hit it 309 today in the fairway and made birdie. It was a huge disappointment for a lot of the fans. We had a good time with that. So did Bryson. He said if there's a little wind at his back, he may try it at some point this week. We'll see. But in any event, he's in a really good position heading around to DeChambeau with Steve Burkowski.
Bryson, 5 under to get things going. How would you characterize your opening round here today?
I played really good besides something weird that happened on 11, just a little 3-footer I missed. Haven't done that in a long time, and I guess I was due for it. I don't know. But for the most part, I was struggling with the putter. You could see I was really working hard on the putting, on the putting stroke, on numerous holes, and that's just what I didn't feel too comfortable with. But I was still able to hit the ball online and make a few putts when I needed to, and I was pleased with that. My driver was in the fairway, which is great. I had to rein it back a little bit. We're working on hopefully some new technology in the next couple weeks that'll help mitigate some of those interesting speed issues that we have. Not for golf swing reasons, just for stuff that can handle it. I mean, it's really difficult when you get up to super high speeds. The ball and the club don't respond for those speeds as well. So for the most part, again, going back to the round today, I felt pretty comfortable, and I'm looking forward to hitting the fairway more and hit my irons close.
You made birdie on 6. There was a lot of talk at the beginning of the week with the proper conditions. You might go a little more aggressive off the tee. What did you see there, and how did you ultimately decide to go the route you did?
It's funny, you know, on 4, it was kind of straight into the wind. I'm like, man, it may be possible if the wind kind of flips a little bit. But there was a high expectation level of me trying to go for the green there, and it was a little pressure that I wasn't expecting. But no, it was fun. The crowds were great with it. You know, I pulled out an iron as a joke off the tee box, and for me, it was just too much off of the right and more into the wind than anything. And with the driver that I'm using right now, it's a heavier head, and so I can't get the speeds that I'm trying to obtain on the golf course out here eventually. But it has a little more control to it. It has like 3,000 spin. But if it was, you know, one of my normal drivers at 2,000 spin, I totally could have done it today. But if it's more downwind, I'll be able to do it tomorrow, hopefully, or sometime during the weekend.
What are the odds you actually do it if the conditions are favorable?
If it's 10 miles an hour downwind, I'll for sure go for it. I mean, not necessarily the green per se, but like I'll be 30, 40 yards right of that, trying to go in that little area. About at that bunker, it's about 30, 40 yards short of the green. So that'll be the area. Yeah.
What do you enjoy about the challenge of playing Bay Hill?
Well, I think there's a lot of holes you have to kind of step up on and be confident with. It's very visually intimidating. And if you can conquer that and execute a great shot, you're already ahead of the field.
Like Rory, Bryson likes it here. In fact, he was second to McIlroy when Rory won in 2018. He was 4th last year with Tyrrell Hatton winning, and Hatton played poorly today alongside Rory McIlroy in defense of that title. Canadian Corey Connors with a 1 win, the Valero Texas Open 2019. He's tied with McIlroy. Kokrak with a win already this season. That was the CJ Cup, which was moved to Shadow Creek in Vegas. Victor Hovland continues to play outstanding golf around the world. Now to the story on the LPGA Tour, and it's all about the Korda sisters. Nelly tied for the lead with 5 under 67. Played alongside sister Jessica, who shot 3 under today. They've won the last 2 tournaments on the LPGA Tour, and they're back at it again on the Drive On Championship in Ocala, Florida. Nelly after her round.
I think Jinyoung struggled a little today, but Jess and I played really solid. But I mean, whenever you play with Jinyoung, her putting is amazing, and she's always so calm. Even though she can shoot 3 under and she can shoot 3 over, I feel like she stays the same all day.
You talked about streaks. Would you consider yourself a player who gets on a hot streak and rolls with it for a long period of time?
I would like to, yeah. I mean, no, I'm more of like consistency. I know there's going to be bad rounds, and you can't play perfect every single time, but the more you minimize your mistakes and the more consistent you get with your swing and figuring out what works for you, I think the better.
And are you a player who sets year-long goals, or are you someone who just takes it week at a time?
I think I just take it a week at a time. Small goals eventually build to your big goals.
And clearly, if you had set large goals, you might have already reached them. So what would you do then?
You sit down with my team after every year, and I make new ones.
All right, so the possibility of 3 straight wins by the Korda sisters on the LPGA Tour still very much in play. Not yet at the level of the Williams sisters in tennis, but boy, they have been the dominant story this year. And Jennifer Kupcho won the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur, is right there at 5 under par as well. LPGA Drive On Golf Channel, 10 a.m. Eastern Friday and as well PGA Tour with a pregame show at 1 from Bay Hill, and live action at 2. Enjoy it.